location to the server. What does that mean? When we started, we just create value for every user, name it updated. This value could be updated by any other user value. If this value is changed by any user, I will update my location. That will save time of using Firebase a lot, so you will reduce the money that you will have to pay. Because you will not to have the update your location every time. No, you will update your location only when someone asks you to give him location. So when, for example, when Muhammad wants Hussein location, Muhammad will update this update value for Hussein, and Hussein always listening to his value, he said it. And this is the part. So first, I need to define service. I will say click here. I will say Java. I name it my service. Okay. This my service should be or should extend intent service, as we know. Intent service. As you see, he need to implement some methods, he need on handles. One method that also we have to implement it is the constructor. And we have, when we implement the constructor, we have to call the super for my service. So you have to initialize it. Also, it is better to add public, bool static if the service running. So I say is running equal false by default, because it's not running when the app before the app started. So if it's not running, okay, let me change it to true, because no, now the service, my service is running and everything is good. So yes, here you go, and now we start the value. So whenever anyone change my update value, I will send my location to the server. It will be really easy. First part, you have to define services. If you see here first, I have to define my database references. I say, okay, database references. I say dbr or dbr, you could name it in this way. So then we say get references. Okay, now we initialize it. Now I want to listen to specific node. If you see here in the global, when we update the value for us here in the update info, when we update the value, we update this child value, this one, for user and user phone. So I will do same operation. In my service, I will listen only on this child. I will say whenever anyone changes, the name is changing now in the server, the phone number should be my phone number. So I will say global info, I'm looking for my phone number. So I'm just listening to my phone number. So whenever anyone did update to my phone number, here we go. Now I don't add value listener. You click control and space, you will see autocomplete, you could see it. So now whenever anyone changes this value for me as a user, I will get this method will be fired, data change it. So now in this method, I would send my location updated to the server. So how I would send my location to the server? I will do same operation. I'm looking for user to my user, this user that I have it. I also have the location. If you remember the location that we have it, I could get it from the class for track location or my location, just updating my location. So let's just me added a number of lines so you could read it. I would say add a new child inside the location, or say child. I would name it latitude. I will save inside it set value. I will add my latitude. So you could, as you see, you could get it here. You could get a directory from this one. You could say, okay, I would get a directory from this one. Dot get latitude, because I'm doing latitude. So if you see this one have to be string, you could add it, but you could add it as it, so you don't have to change it. So you could add a number of lines so you could read it. This is here I'm saving my latitude. I was active. I would say get, I would say last online date. I will name this node. How you could get last online date? If you remember in the global file, you could get my data time through this one. So I could get my data time like this one. I would go back to my service. I would say, okay, let me save here my last updated data time, and I send it to the format. So again, if I go to the global, here is it. Again, just let me make sure from this one I will use this one, df. So my service, yes, here is it. Just make sure I'm in multi-line so you could see. So for this child, I will not update log, I will update his location. So for whenever anyone asks to update my updates, I will send my longitude, my latitude to the server, and I also send my last location. So all them will be updated, will be saved under one node named location in my username. I have everything set. Yes, everything is good. Let me just add this line here. I ending the semicolon. Then I want to start the service. So I will start the service from main activity. When I start service, I have this method. I was starting if the look tracking is not active. Also, I will say the same thing. If it's not, my location, my service is running. Is not running. My service is running. If it's not running, I will start it. So how you started? You started in a really easy way. You say intent. I name it intent is my service dot class. Then I would say start service this intent because I want to send it. One last thing missing. I'm sure you will think about it now. We need to go back to the Memphis and define the service here and say, hey, we have a service also. So you say, okay, I have a service. You name it this service, just add it in the Memphis. So now everything is cool, convenient. So now before I start the app, I need to do some operation. I need to close it and just show you how the update is going, or how the location is updated also for that user, because only update will be called from one place. It will be only called from login. When someone login, I will call the updates. Otherwise, no one will call the updates. So only from this place. You could call from the place, but let me see. Here we go. He will ask for access to location. I will agree. Then he will ask to enter phone number. I will say my phone number should be 585-957-2732. I will click next. He will see this list. He have to update my location now, but let me just continue and try to add some trackers and see what is going on. If I click, I hope everything is now good. If I go to the list, I see my phone number, this one, who find me, this person could find me, my location, this is my update location, this is last time for update, and this is longitude. This is 0 because I didn't update it here from here. If I have to send it updated now, but now everything is good. I know I don't need to do additional work. I want to go to the next video and start listing people who could I find.